Hello YouTube, this is You Can Do It Dave. If you do a search for Roomba videos, Roomba batteries, battery replacement, there are a lot of videos out there. But I'm going to do my own. What the heck? Okay, so now this Roomba battery, it is still holding a charge. You charge it for a little while and it'll run for a few minutes, and you charge it again and it'll run a little bit more, and so on and so on. And every time you charge it, it holds a bit more charge. Okay, and I put it away, and a little while later I do the same thing over and over again. Well, this battery, this blue battery, it does not charge at all anymore. It's dead. It won't take a charge. It won't do anything. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, let's replace the batteries. So you go on YouTube and you'll notice that there are some videos out there that recommend cutting the head of the screw with a grinding disc or using a very small screwdriver because they are triangular bits. What I did was I went on to a shopping site, and for $4 I picked up the proper triangle bits. Okay, there's a 5 set of bits, and they come in just a plastic bag. Okay, there is no holder. Well, I realized that, well, I use a lot of these red Robbies and green Robbies, and I throw them out when they get worn down. So we'll just put them in there, and they fit awesome. It works beautifully. Okay, so if you want to expand your tool collection, I recommend doing this. Okay, well, the Roomba battery happens to take the center size, which happens to be 2.3. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll get my screwdriver handle out here, put that in there, lock it in. Okay, and that fits right in there like that. So get the proper tool for the job. You can never go wrong doing that. Unless, of course, it's a $1,000 tool. Well, then you got to rethink what you're going to do. Okay. Now, since this battery still works for a fashion, I am not going to take it apart. I'm just showing you that I've got the bits, and the way I got the lid off of this blue battery is to take a screwdriver and just tap it in there. Okay. This lid is right level with the top of those batteries. So when you tap the screwdriver in, it's going to go right in along the top of that battery. Okay, you're not going to hit the battery. And there is a pretty thick layer of glue, so you just tap it in here, wedge it, wedge it, wedge it, wedge it, and it will eventually pop off. Okay. So that's got you caught up to where I am right now. So this battery has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 batteries in it. Okay, and the size of these batteries is 22 millimeters across the top and 42 millimeters down the side. Okay, they're 1.2 volt NICad batteries with a capacity of 1,800 milliamps. Okay. What I am going to be looking for right now is nickel metal hydride, which is 10 millimeters shorter or smaller. Okay, same size across, but 10 millimeters smaller, but with almost twice the capacity. So it's 1.2 volts at 2,800 milliamps. Okay, so this thing, if this thing works, it should go forever. Okay, so now when you take this thing apart, you have to watch where your positive goes, where your negative goes. So basically, the battery pack is wired. So positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative, all the way around. So that's one complete battery pack. Okay, and then you have a temperature sensor. I'm assuming that's a temperature sensor in the center, and you have some kind of a fusible link here, which I want to reuse. Okay, so the new batteries have finally arrived. They're nickel metal hydride. Okay, and they're a little bit smaller. Let's see what's on the side here. 1.2 volt nickel metal hydride. Okay. 2,800 milliamps. And they're just a little bit smaller, but they're the same size. Okay. So we'll take off all this packaging and we'll see what we have here. Now that I've attached the batteries the way the old battery was, so you've got negative to positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay, you can set those aside. Go ahead and hot melt glue it together. Okay, so there's the hot melt glue being done. Okay, I'm not really looking for something all that pretty, as you can tell. I just want this thing to sweep my floors and not have to be recharged every 10 seconds. Okay, so now we can fit it back into the case. Okay, so you'll notice that the screws are lined up perfectly with the corners of the battery, or the edges of the battery. So don't panic if your hot melt glue is in the way. Just take the hot melt glue gun and melt a channel into the glue. Just like that. And there you go. Okay, so you've got the positive lead on there, you've got the negative lead on there, and you've got the thermistor, the temperature sensor on there. So now we can run the wires in the channels here, just like that. Now, because it's such a friction fit, I'm not going to have to worry about the batteries falling out or wobbling or rattling. Okay. The old cover, you can snap on there. We have the screwdriver bits. I believe it's the center one that I need. And the old pill bottle. We have our screws. Now make sure, if you're going to use a power drill, to put the clutch as low as it will go, so that you don't strip the screws. Okay. And then you can always adjust it from there. But it seems like number 1, the lowest setting, is perfect for this. Now, so I'm only going to put in 3 or 4 of these screws. And then we'll put it in the Roomba and we'll see if it charges. Get the battery tester out here again and we'll see. $14 volts. Good. Okay. Let's give her a try. Okay, so here's my hard working Roomba. Okay, and we'll get the charger out here, plug it in. Okay, we got power there, yep. So now comes the big test. We'll put the battery in. Okay, that was to be expected because the batteries are dead. So now the safety message, for me personally, I do not feel comfortable mixing and matching batteries. Okay, if you have an old battery pack and you decide to take one battery out and put in a brand new battery, that I don't like that. Okay, that could cause explosions. It could cause battery leakage. Another thing is taking out half the pack and replacing it. I don't like that either. Okay, that's just me personally. I would rather replace the entire battery pack and have all the same size, type, and age of battery. Okay, that is my safety message for the day, but that's just me. Do this at your own risk and replace all the batteries at the same time. Don't mix and match. There's a reason why they tell you don't mix and match, okay? So for what I'm doing right now is I'm charging the new battery pack, okay? And first of all, I'm not leaving it unattended. I'm keeping an eye on it. I keep checking this power supply, and it was heating up. So as you can hear, I've got a fan blowing on it, blowing across it. Okay, so the cold air is cooling it rather nicely. It's no longer hot. Okay, so I'm going to use this fan just for the first charge. Okay, since the batteries are brand new and have never been charged, they're going to use the most power now. Okay, I'm going to put the fan on this charger now, and then once it turns green and it's fully charged, then I can just go back to using this as a normal charger. Okay, it's just this first charge. I kind of want to keep an eye on it. So since this is about the only rug I have in the house, we'll give this Roomba a try. Now, the main reason I'm trying to get the batteries to work is so that when I get the new Hobbit home built and I have a 1,500 square foot floor to clean, this thing's going to be awesome. Okay, so let's see how it works. Okay, attempt number 2. Okay, so it would help if you did not have nuts on the floor. Nuts and bolts. Okay, let's try number 3. So now, since the rug was so dusty, I'm going to be cleaning out the tank, the storage tank, and the air filter. Okay, so with this unit, you have the bin, but also inside the bin you have a dust collector. So we'll clean that out. So there you have your dust collector and your bin. That goes back on there. Well, now that I know that this battery does work and it charges just beautifully in this Roomba, I've put the last of the screws in, and she is good to go. It's ready for the new house. So yeah, this is You Can Do It, Dave, and we will see you next time.